Happy November, Stitchy friends. Welcome to my November whip update. Today is November the 3rd, so I've been stitching for a couple days already. I have my dragon already finished here. It took me 2 days to do that. It was a smaller dragon, so it didn't take that long to do. So I'm going to turn you guys around and show you that, and then I will show you up on the rooftop. I have been stitching on that for just this evening, and so I'll show you what I got done on that. Yep, and that's about it. So there is the November dragon. I have named her Bindi, and the reason I named her Bindi is because I went on the internet. I couldn't think of a name for her, so I went on the internet and I looked for like serpent names or dragon names, and then I came across a whole bunch of different names that you could name dragons. I came across Bindi, and Bindi is an English nickname for the German name Belinda, which means bright serpent. That's what the internet says anyway. So I thought, she's bright. I'm German, so hey, let's go with Bindi. So that is Bindi, the bright serpent, topaz dragon. And look over here, I got this. I went to go finish the rest of the border, and I ran out of treasure braid. So I have this much left to do. So I have to go and get a whole new thing of treasure braid just to finish that. Oh, don't you hate that when you're so close to finishing something and then you run out? Story of my life, I tell you. But here is the up on the rooftop. I have my one of my Canada needle binders that was gifted to me. I won it in a giveaway on the Canada cross stitch group by a friend who is actually in Edmonton, and she graciously gave me my missing thread color. That she sent me my thread color that is missing right here. So thank you so much for sending me that. I really appreciate it. You know who you are, and my needle minders are getting put to use. So I decided to put it on here because Santa is a Canadian after all, right? He's from the North Pole. He lives in Canada, so I have to have my Canada pin with while I'm stitching on his house that he's going to give presents to. So that's that. This is the top corner of this room here, and if you go back, like once you see here what it is, you can see the garland, which is just right here. When I was stitching it, I couldn't make it out. I knew that there was a garland there, but I couldn't figure out like where it was until I completely finished that area, and then I took a step back and I'm like, oh. So that is that. This is just this room. This room consists of it being on 6 separate pages. So this here goes up to here, and that's just one page, and then this will be another page. This is another page, that's another page, there and there. So I'm just going to finish this little page here, and then I'll probably go down and finish this page here, and yeah, we'll see how much I can get done this month, because some of it's confetti, some of it's not. But that's just what I've been up to for the past 3 days. I will chat at you guys in a couple more days. Okay, good evening guys. It is Sunday. It is Sunday evening. And this is what I have done so far on the rooftop room. It is coming together. So I have the 2 frames done. This is a light here, and this is the most of the nightstand. This is the start of the doorway. I'll let you see the picture here. Like that, see? And the garland. So I am hoping that I will be able to get this room done this Christmas season. So that means this month and next month, and that's it. Which doesn't seem like very much time. But I'm going to give myself 2 weeks this month and 2 weeks next month. And hopefully that will do it. But, you know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Life happens, right? And so I'll just do my best. But this is probably about... I'm going to stitch some more tonight. The kids aren't even in bed yet. We had fall back, so they're up for an extra hour. But I'm going to stitch on it some more tonight. And then I have 2 more weeks after that. So we'll see. But I'm liking it so far. Good morning, guys. It is now Wednesday. It's Wednesday. And I've been stitching on this, well, since the last time we spoke. And so I'm going to show you the update on it. You can probably see a little bit there. And show you where I would like to get for the remainder of the month. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it, but we'll see. It depends on how much time I put into it. I mean, I put in 2 weeks, but every day, you know, how many hours I put into it every day. So let's take a look. I'm gonna keep you back a little bit so that you can get a proper perspective of what it is. So that there's obviously a dresser, a lamp, the headboard. This is her pillow and the start of her bed. That there is supposed to be a little girl lying down with her teddy bear. That's what that's supposed to be. And you can see the garland and the 2 picture frames. And this here will be the door. So my goal, because I would like, I don't know how far-fetched of a goal this is, but I would like to have this room done, like I said, before I put this away for the season, which only means 2 months, this month and next month. So if I could get half of the room done this month and I could do the other half next month, then I would be able to do it. Today's the 8th of November, and so I'm going to be working on this for the remainder of this week along with next week. So it all depends on how much time each day I put into it. Because I'm also working on my tigers in the evening, and so we'll just see how far this gets. So guys, it is almost 5:30 and I finished my page on my tigers. I decided to work on my tigers this afternoon. I worked on the rooftop this morning and then the tigers this afternoon because I had to get this page finished, which I did. So all the green that you see is what I stitched this month, like this week, I guess. So I'm going to turn you guys around and see it. I only have 2 pages left, so I'm getting close. So there we have it. That is another page finish. So I'm going to move on and work on this page for the remainder of the week. See what I get done, because I want this piece completely finished by January 31st, my 4-year anniversary of starting it. If I finish it at some point in January, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to go for a finish. I could go for a finish with this for December, but I don't want to put all my time. I know I only have so much time to stitch, as we all do. And I don't want to put all my time into here just to get a finish when I have a goal of wanting to finish that room. And that's my Christmas piece, so that's kind of the piece that I want to put emphasis on at this time of the year. So that's what I'm deciding to do. That's why this is going to be a January finish rather than a December finish. But yeah, this is coming along awesome, and I can't wait to get to the next page. What do I have to stitch on next, Isabel?
The bell one.
Yeah, the bell one. And what do I have to do with her?
Put jewels on the dress.
Yeah, I have to put the jewels on the dress.
And the gloves.
And her gloves. She's not wearing any gloves.
She doesn't
But that's
need
okay.
gloves.
No, she doesn't need gloves. But she needs jewels on her dress, right? Right? Another thing is I did order my treasure braid, but I ordered it from Traditional Stitches, which is in Calgary. It's 5 hours away. But they don't have anything in stock. Like, it's like you order, but then they email you like, okay, well, we don't have that in stock, so we're gonna order it. So when we receive it in 3 weeks time, then we'll ship it out to you. I'm like, great, thanks. I could have ordered that from somewhere else and gotten it like sooner. But thanks. So I don't know if I'm gonna go into the city and just pick up some treasure braid. I'm not canceling the order because of course treasure braid is a classic thread that you need for so many projects. So I'll wait for it, but I want my treasure braid for when the December dragon comes out, because I don't want to be waiting for like forever for the treasure braid to come in so I can have the finish. I want it to be finished when I want to have it finished, and I don't want to have to wait. So I'm going to perhaps go into the city and go specifically to the
pink one, pink, purple.
Sorry, she's
the one
talking.
on the left, upside and down.
Okay. So I'm going to, yeah, go in and get that, perhaps another thing. So that's what's happening there. Well, it's a beautiful, frosty Thursday morning. Today is the 9th, and we woke up to beautiful hoarfrost. So good morning, friends. Today is Saturday, November the 11th. It is Remembrance Day here in Canada, and I'd just like to take a moment to say thank you to all of the military families who've served in the past and in the present, who continue to fight to keep our country great and free. And so I really appreciate the work and the sacrifice that you put into keeping our country free and keeping our country great. Past veterans, there's no way to express my appreciation to what you've done fighting in the wars for us. I know my papa is a veteran, or he was a veteran because he's passed now, but he fought in World War II. He fought in France and in the Netherlands, and he was lucky enough to be able to come home. And so, yeah, thank you. Your service is greatly appreciated, and I hope that you have, by the time you see this, have had an awesome Remembrance Day, and yeah, your service will forever be grateful to all of us in Canada. Okay, on to stitchy news again. So here is the tiger. I've gotten an eye, and I'm just filling in some of the not so confetti heavy areas, because I'm only going to work on this until, well, today and tomorrow, and then Monday I'm going to pull out the forest. So yeah, this is what I've done thus far. I'm going to work on this for a little bit today, and then I'm going to go over to the rooftop. Is this. So as you can see, I have gotten the bed done. This here is the end post of the bed. So I'm gonna go, actually today, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna start the doorway here. So I'm just sitting here and I'm stitching on my tigers and I'm watching Jessie. Jessie Marie does stuff. Hi, Jessie. And she is just showing her, pardon me, I still have a chest cold. She's just doing her bin of shame, which is all the finishes that we do and we put away in a drawer and forget about them. I have to admit that I am guilty of that. The only finish that I have, of all of the cross stitches that I have done and finished, there's only 2 that I have finished, fully finished. And that is that one there, which is my Good Marriage. And then I got the very first full coverage piece that I ever did, was a photo conversion of my sister-in-law's late partner. He passed away in a farming accident. And so I did a photo conversion of him out with the horses. And so I can put a picture of that in if you guys want. Well, I'll do it anyway. I'll put a picture of that in anyway. I got that professionally framed at the frame corner. And I gave that to her. So it's hanging in her house. And this is the only finished piece that is hanging in my house. It's not even hanging, it's just sitting on the my mother-in-law's, that's my mother-in-law's china cabinet. And so it's just sitting on that. So I have a drawer full of shame like Jessie. So I think that I'm sorry guys. I think that I will show you guys my bin of shame in a separate video by itself because I've been stitching quite avidly since 2000, I want to say 2012, 2013. I've been stitching avidly like every day like I am now. And then there's a couple of pieces that I've been stitching since 2007, but up until from 2007 to 2012, I was just doing it once in a while. And so I have a couple pieces from then, and then I have everything else that I've done. So I will do my bin of shame video maybe in December. I want to see if I can get any more finishes. We'll see how this month goes, but that's a great idea. Thanks, Jessie. It's me trying to get some stitching done. Still watching Jessie. My dog decided that he wants to jump on my lap. There's Zoe. Zoe! Zoe! Say hi! Zoe! Hello. Hello. Say hello, Zoe. Oh. Good afternoon, guys. It is now Monday. It is Monday. And the children are back in school. So, I'm going to show you up on the rooftop there. Excuse my hair. It's just doing a deep conditioning treatment right now. So, you get the joys of seeing me in real life and looking oh so fabulous. But I'll turn you guys around so you don't have to see this and you can see that. So this is what I managed to get done last week. I have another week to work on it. You want to see my schedule that I put up for myself that I kind of follow but don't. So I have another week for this, so I have 1 week to finish this, which I think is very doable considering I did all of this. But I have to admit I have been quite crazy with my stitching this week, neglecting other things. So that's my calendar. So we're right here today. It does say forest, doesn't it? And I haven't pulled it out yet, but I will. Don't worry, I'll pull it out. So then the next 2 weeks I will do the white flower along with Belle. And because tiger is not really where I want it to be, like, then I think I'm going to work on it in this last week here along with this. I think that's what I'm going to do, but we'll see when we get there. Because I always say, oh, I'll pull tiger out again, and then I never do. So we'll see. Here of the page. So there's only one page left after this, but see. But I would kind of like to finish this page. Wow. I would kind of like in January to have half of a page to finish. Like, I'm ready to start a new project, but with all of these pieces that are so close to being finished, Tiger's almost being finished, Belle almost being finished, and the forest almost being finished, I can't in my right mind just start something else because I feel like it. Like, I know that you guys do, and that's okay, because that's the way you guys do things. That's just not the way I do things. So the sooner I get this done in January, the sooner I could start something new. The sooner that I finish Belle, the sooner that I could start something new. The dragons will be done next month, so that will be completed, and it's gonna be so cute. And then the forest will only have like maybe 2 months left to work on it. So I'm trying really hard for the remainder of the year just to stitch on what I have going right now, so that when I go into the new year, I'm just gonna bam, I'll have all these finishes flying at you, all these huge finishes, and then I'll be able to celebrate with a whole bunch of new starts, and which is something that you rarely see from me, right? You rarely see a new start from me, like you guys do. I know you guys are crazy about your new starts, but next year I'll be able to do that and have some new starts throwing at you, and I will share that with you next month. But yeah, so I'll just keep picking at it, and it'll get done, right? These pieces do get finished, right? 4 years later. Oh well. Good evening, guys. It is now nighttime, and as you can see, I pulled out my forest. I have been sitting here watching, can you see her? Stitching Mommy. Now, Stitchin' Mommy. Now, I follow her on Instagram, but for the life of me, I didn't realize she was on FlossTube. My only excuse is that I live under a rock. I don't know. That's my excuse. Anyway, she's keeping me company while I'm picking my colors and I'm stitching. I'm going to turn you guys around. I so far stitched one tree. I'm about to stitch another tree. So let's get to the nitty-gritty. Okay, so I went through my stash again and I found some more colors that I can add to the piece because, well, because I felt like it, to be honest. So let me use my sharps. So if you get up here, you'll see that there's the top color here all the way down is one color, and then 3 branches are of another color, and then the last 3 branches are of another color, and then of course that's the trunk. Pardon me. So the lightest color that is on the top through all of it is Weeks Dye Work. I don't know, how do you say that? I don't even know. Anyway, you can write it down if you like the color. And then the second color that's underneath it here for these 3 ones, this one is Crescent Colors. That was that one. So I'll put it next to here so you can see how they all come together. And then the bottom one, which is the darker color, is another Crescent Color, English Ivy. And they are all variegated, as you can see. And it kind of shows up a little bit in the tree, a little bit of variegation. And the branch, or the trunk is done in the hickory sticks, crescent colors. So the next color that is this thread that I cut is a wildflower meadow, and this is what it looks like. There's some pink in there, there's some blue in there, and there is some green in there. And I'll show you, I can't show you the chart, but I'll show you on the picture. It is, where are we? It's these 3 little trees right there. So I'm going to stitch those 3 trees in this color, and because it's variegated, the trees are not going to all look identical. And so this is a new color that I'm adding to the mix. For the next tree, which is this one, I think that I'm going to do it in the called for DMC, because I think I might. So I'm not sure if I have any hand dyes that are that closely variegated to do that, unless I just use one thread that is variegated and it just comes out that way. I'm not sure. I might change my mind. But that is the last tree that I have to do before, like, this page is done. Like, this is the page here. So we'll see. I'll let you know. So you know what I realized sitting here stitching it, and I'm not fixing it because I couldn't be bothered, but I'm out somehow. I'm trying to fit these 3 little trees into the area that they're supposed to go in, and I don't think they're gonna fit. So, you know, because it's motifs, and, you know, they can pretty much go wherever the hell you want. Within reason, of course. You know, 1 or 2 stitch out is not going to be like the death of the piece. So, I'll have to, like, just squeeze it in somewhere, or maybe just leave it out. We'll see. So this is what I managed to do. So this tree was supposed to be like this tree, and it was supposed to somehow fit in there because there's supposed to be more room. Yeah, so I just made a little bitty baby tree. And this is all done in the same thread that I showed you. Or not that one, that's the trunk. Where did I put it? The meadow one, you know what I mean. The one that you just saw. But as you can see, it all looks like it's done with different threads because it's variegated. So my next dilemma now is to do that tree that is in color, and I'm thinking of doing it in one variegated thread. Now either this one going back and forth throughout the whole thing, or this one here, because I do need to put this color on this side of the chart somehow, and I only have so much pages left, so I have to pick something. I have to pick something that will work with it, and so I have to pick which tree that I want to do it, bring that color over here with, over to this side with. So I could do it with that tree, but I'm not sure if it's too big to have that or not. Because I don't think there's any other tree that I could do that with. See, that pear tree's done, so I have to do all this, all on this side here, and all this, and that tree there, and I have all that to do. So I don't know, maybe we'll see. It's getting pretty late now, so I think I will call it a night, and I will make that decision in the morning. Good night. Good evening, guys. It is Wednesday evening. It's Wednesday evening, and yesterday we ended up having a snow day. The buses were canceled, so the kids were home. So, yeah. But I have been stitching on the forest like I was last time, and I have stitched up that tree that I was contemplating, and I've moved on to almost the end of the page, like the end of the whole piece. So there's the tree that I was contemplating, and I did that in the autumnal woodland. It is a Fiberlicious spun silk, and I figured that that was appropriate enough for the tree, because I wanted to just use one thread and just go. I didn't want to be changing colors, so that's why I did that. What else do I have for you? The bird here is done in the Moe's sale. What's it called? Walnut? It's called Walnut. And this is done in Thread Picker's Silk Coral, which is the same color as here. It's the same color. And the and this here, this is the last tree, and then here there's birds. So this is the last tree on this end, and I'm just stitching that right now, and it is, where is my thread? I'm just so organized, aren't I? Losing thread everywhere. Here we go. Sorry for the bumpiness. So I'm doing that in the green bean of Moe's. And then of course the birds that will go over here will be the same color as all of these birds, which is the blue jeans, I believe it's called, from Crescent Colors. So I'll finally reach the end of the entire project, and then I'll be able to move down. So good morning, guys. This will be my last entry for this video. I'm just going to show you the last bit of colors for the forest. I'm going to continue working on it till the end of the week, but I think the video is getting to its 30-minute mark, if not over already. So I'm just going to show you the colors that I have chosen for this last little bit in the corner here. So you've seen everything else. Now this color here is Motive from Fibers to Die For. So that's this color here. And then of course I told you that that was the old blue jeans one. For this one I thought it would be fun to do two almost the same name. The outside is Emerald City, and then the inside is Emerald from Fiberlicious. And I'm going to do the trunk in this burglar because that's so much thread that I have left, and I'm not going to keep this. Like, I want to use it up. I don't want to throw this out. I want to use it, but I also don't want to keep it when this project's over either. Just this much. Like, why? So that should be enough to finish the stem here. And yeah, so that's it for now. You'll get the last bit of what I stitch in the next video at the end of the month. But as always, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate every single one of you. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous stitchy month this November. I hope you're getting lots done, and I will see you guys at the end of the month. Take care, everybody. Be kind to one another. Bye-bye.